Eddie Hearn, you got a great fight coming up with Devin Haney December 4th. I mean, look, the talent of this kid seems absolute. I mean, what we saw in those early rounds against Linares, like I was just talking to Ben Davison about, I mean, maybe it's sacrilege a little bit, but it looked a little like Mayweather. I mean, how special is this kid in your eyes?
I mean, he's still so young. So I think the most impressive thing about Devin Haney is what he's doing at his age.
Yeah.
You know, we know that he's been in the game for a long time, but you can only show your greatness when you're in against the right opposition. So Linares was the first step there, you know, of showing great fighters, but now he fights another great fighter, and a fight that everybody's excited about because JoJo Diaz is a 2-weight world champion trying to become a 3-weight world champion, and people are very excited about this fight. So hype is great, but we need to see it against the best opposition, and he's willing to fight anybody. Honestly, like he'll fight those guys now. This is just a perfect fight for both guys at the perfect time, and a really big fight to cap a great year.
Absolutely. I mean, both these guys have showed that willingness, and I think, you know, as we're talking about maybe the angst that is involved with, you know, why aren't the key 135 guys fighting each other, you're confident that Devin is willing to take these guys on one by one.
100%, and so are the others, most of them, some of them. It's just the people around them that sometimes want to only make in-house fights or stuff like that. You know, you're in a situation where I believe Teo wants to fight Devin wants to fight Teo, but you can't look past this guy. You know, it's a very, very difficult fight against JoJo Diaz, and I think if people focus more on that fight than this fight, you're going to come unstuck. So he has to focus on this fight. This is the most important, you know.
It's absolutely going to be an entertaining fight, right?
Yeah,
What has you most excited about it?
I just think because he's a great fighter, you know, he comes forward, he's all action. You know, Devin is happy to stand in the pocket and trade. He can box, he can be smart. But I think it'll be a war. I do, because JoJo, you know, he won't want to let this opportunity slip. It's a massive opportunity for him to become a 3-weight world champion.
Yeah. Now you're going to be promoting Teofimo's fight. I mean, that, in my opinion, that could help grease the skids toward, you know, a Devin Haney Teofimo fight.
It's an amazing run on Dazn, November 27. Teo against Cambosas, and then of course JoJo against Devin Haney as well.
Yeah.
So I'm working with Teo and his dad. It's a great buzz, because I was in the gym with him yesterday. What characters!
Yeah.
And I don't think he's got the credit he deserves for beating Lomachenko. He should be the star of ESPN, in my opinion. So to bring him to DAZN for that one fight, great. And I've said to Bob, you know, if you don't want to do Devin against Teo, we'll do it, or we'll both do it, or whatever you want to do. But let's just do it. Because Teo's going to want so much money for that fight, you know. So
yes, absolutely. Can you clarify? I mean, while I got you, I mean, there's been some talk about what's going on. Is there an Eddie Hearn retreat from the U.S.?
Yeah,
or
no,
is
absolutely.
DAZN backing off? What exactly is going on, and what can we expect for 2022?
Well, I think if you've only got to look at the closing schedule to see that's the biggest load of rubbish you've ever heard. There was a lull while we were waiting to see what Canelo Alvarez did, to be honest with you. You know, we did the biggest show in American history in terms of crowd for Canelo, Saunders. Then we did Devin Haney against Linares, and then we probably had a month off too long while we were just repositioning. Then we came back with our shows, Mikey Garcia as well. And now you look at this run, you know, next week you've got Munguia against Rosado with Golden Boy. Then you've got Demetrius Andre World Championship triple header. Then you've got Teofimo Lopez against Cambosas. Then you've got Haney against JoJo Diaz. So who else is putting that schedule together? No one. So the talk of the retreat in America is pushed. It's an agenda pushed by people that are in hope that is the case.
Yeah.
You know, the subscriber base is extremely strong in America. We have a very loyal customer base that believe that this is the place to get unrivaled value for money, and that is true. You know, all you're seeing right now, every other week, is $80. Give me $80 for one night. $70, $80. You know, and I think people are starting to move against that concept. And again, like, it's really important to us to finish 2021 with a massive bang, and 2022 the plans are even bigger.
People in boxing, as you know, can get their feelings hurt very easily.
Yeah,
and so,
especially over here.
Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Canelo walks away from you for this fight, but yet you're still here to support him. Do you still feel confident that you guys will be working together?
He's become a friend. You know, like, we've worked together for the last 18 months. We've had a great relationship. I don't take anything personally. If I can't deliver him the undisputed fight, he's got to go and make that fight happen.
Yeah.
You know, but after this fight, he'll look at all the opportunities again, and he'll say that one or that one, and it won't be because he likes me or he likes someone else. It'll be a business decision. You know, I know he likes working with us. I know we get on well, but he's ruthless in the ring and out of the ring. He's not. You know, it's just going to be what's the best opportunity for me.
Have you already made your case to him about Bivol, or do you want to make that case right now?
That'll be coming in. No, look, for me, probably the biggest fight in boxing is, or one of, is Canelo Alvarez against Triple G, the trilogy for the Undisputed Championship.
There you go.
So that for me is probably the biggest fight.
Okay.
But it depends with Canelo what his plans are in terms of the route. After he's become undisputed at 168, maybe he wants to become undisputed at 175.
Yeah.
You know, that's another opportunity he could take. So Dimitri Bivol, there's a fight in the UK. There's Gennady Golovkin, you know, and then with PBC, you've got Charlo, Benavidez. That's their option. So he's got tremendous options around the board.
Even if it is a P, because I was talking about this with Steven Espinoza, and obviously, you know, he would like to bring that fight to Showtime, but just because he's fighting a PBC guy doesn't mean it has to be on Showtime, right? Or Fox or anything.
It means it has to be on PBC. I mean, that's
if he's fighting a
PBC guy. Yeah.
Benavidez or...
Yeah. They won't let him fight, those guys fighting.
You're sure of that?
That's why the plant fight is taking place with the BBC, because we made them an offer. They weren't willing to negotiate that because they said, no, he's our guy, we want him on our platform. That's how boxing works. It's not, and that's nothing wrong with that, by the way. But it does slow down.
I think there is.
Well, that's why Canelo said, I want to be a free agent so I can fight whoever I want.
Yeah.
Because if he was just with Dazn exclusively, he wouldn't be able to fight for the Undisputed.
Yeah.
So that free agency shows you the ability to go and make those other fights that you might not be able to make. So but you can only do that if you're a huge star.
Yes.
Otherwise, you need the security of a network deal.
Absolutely. And last thing, I know you got to get going. Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
I mean, as someone who's followed his career, it does seem as if it's time for him to move on from McCracken. Is he going to definitively? Has he told you that?
I think with AJ, you know, obviously all he wants to do is rematch Alexander Usyk, and he just wants to get the preparation right. I think sometimes you need a fresh look, fresh surrounding. He's been in Sheffield for 14 years. When we had the trip around talking to trainers, it wasn't just about, no one was being interviewed, it was just talking, looking at setups, getting people's opinion, and it was a good opinion for him, you know. So, so I think...
no one's in the driver's seat?
No, they're all brilliant coaches. You know, he's going to come back out, probably do a little bit more with these guys, and then he'll make a decision.
And the fight date?
March or April.
Great.
Something like that.
Eddie, thank you so much.
Thanks
Good
a
luck
lot.
with this.
Cheers, mate.